Okay, so we're going to talk about the quiz that you guys all just finished and got back. First of all, I want to look at the part with your name and the date and all that kind of thing. I want to look up here. I want you guys to realize that me llamo and then your name, me llamo Sergio. That will give you an answer to one of the questions below. If you fill this out and go back and look at it, it'll answer question below. Same thing with OSL. This is for the date. 27 de septiembre is what you should have had on yours. The next one is hora. You should always fill that in. That's just for me, but hora means hour. And so if your first hour, you're going to put 1. If your second hour, 2. And if your 7th hour, you're going to put 7, obviously. All right, let's talk about the questions. First question, ¿Cuál es la fecha de hoy? That's asking us what the date is today. Okay, what's the date today? I don't want to know the date tomorrow or the day after that. I want to know the date today. So I'm going to answer with hoy es el, and then today, el 28 de septiembre. It is important that you're spelling things correctly, okay? Septiembre, i.e. 28 is one word. Okay, you can have hoy in here, you can leave it out, but either way, you're talking about today. Hoy es el 28 de septiembre. The second one, ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? Cumpleaños is the key word in here. If you know what cumpleaños is, you know what the answer will be. When is your birthday? So your answer is going to be mi cumpleaños es el, and then whatever your birthday is. Mine is el 6 de marzo. Again, you can have mi cumpleaños in there, you cannot. But as long as you have es el 6 de marzo, you're good to go. As long as you know that you're talking about cumpleaños, just say es el 6 de marzo. Okay, the third one, ¿Qué día es hoy? You have to know what día means. If you don't know what día means, you don't know what this is asking. It's asking what day is today. All you have to write is hoy es miércoles, or whatever the day is. Hoy es lunes, hoy es martes, hoy es miércoles, and so on and so forth. As long as you have one of the days in there, you'll be fine. Now, 4. ¿Cuántos días hay en una semana? This is a little bit longer, but this is again on your vocab list. So if you go back to your vocab list, you can see that this is on there. I just changed this word. I changed it from whatever it is on your vocab list to una semana. How many days are there in a week? How many days are in a week? Semana. The next question says, how many days are in a year? You can ask the same in a month, in a week, all that kind of thing. So, number 4, ¿Cuántos días hay en una semana? So, your first word is going to be I. There is. Remember, I means there is or there are. Hay 7 días en una semana. There are 7 days in a week. Hay 7 días en una semana. It's important to have I. There's a difference between hoy and I. They are not the same thing. Okay, hoy means today, I means there is or there are. Number 5, ¿Cuántos días hay en un año? That's a year. How many days are in a year? So for this one, I, and then the number, you don't know how to say that, so I'll just write 365, 365, I, 365 días en un año. There are 365 days in a year. So these two look a lot alike. They're essentially asking you the same thing, except one's asking about a week and one's asking about a year. Not too hard. Now the next one, 6 and 8 and 10 are asking you all about holidays. So when is Independence Day? Instead of writing El Día de Independencia, which you could do, you could write El Día de Independencia SL. So this El Día de Independencia, that's optional. As long as you have SL and then 4 de Julio, you're good. Es el 4 de julio. You could leave the El Día de Independencia out and just use es el 4 de julio. You have to have this in there because that's a verb. You have to have that verb in there. Number 8. Let's go to number 8. We'll go back to 7 and 9. ¿Cuándo es el Día de Gracias? What is el Día de Gracia? Thanksgiving. That's always on a Thursday. So you're going to say el Día de Gracia es jueves. It's Thursday. It's on a Thursday. Okay? I told you guys this, that it was talking about a day, not a date. Now that's el Día de Gracia. That is optional again. You can just say it's Thursday. You could just say es jueves. Or you could also say es un jueves. It's on a Thursday, but either way. And then Año Nuevo. We need to learn what Año Nuevo means. A lot of people are asking me, what does Año Nuevo mean? It means New Year's. Look at Nuevo. Sounds like new. ¿Cuándo es el Año Nuevo? El Año Nuevo. Again, this is optional. El Año Nuevo es el primero de enero. Remember, when you're talking about the first of something, you have to use the word primero. You cannot say el uno. Cannot say that. You have to say el primero de and then the month. All right, let's look at 7. ¿Qué día es mañana? This is going to be a lot like number 3. ¿Qué día es hoy? Today is Wednesday. So if we're looking at 7, what day is tomorrow? Mañana es jueves. Mañana es jueves. And then 9. Number 9 might have been a little tricky. I can understand if that was a little tricky. But you know the word primer because you know the word primero. What is the first day of the calendar? Remember, we're talking about the Spanish calendar. So all you had to write was es lunes. You could have written el primer día del calendario es lunes. You could have put that in there before es lunes, but you don't need to. You could have just written es lunes. All right, let's look at the repaso. This stuff is not going away. This repaso are not going away. These are going to be, you're going to see these until the day you leave Spanish 1 and then the day you leave Spanish 2. You'll see these forever. So number 11, ¿cuántos años tienes? How old are you? So you have to take this and use it with yo to say yo tengo, and then however many years you are, años. So, yo tengo 15 años, yo tengo 14 años, or whatever. Number 12, this answer is at the top of your page. The answer is me llamo, and then your name. There's never a reason that you should spell llamo wrong. It's at the top of all of your papers. ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo, whatever. 13, ¿cuál es tu número de teléfono? What's your phone number? Mi número es, and then you should have written your number. Mi número es, and then you should have written out the numbers. You could have written mi número de teléfono es. You didn't need all that, but you could have put in there. 14, ¿cómo estás? That's a simple answer. Estoy. You could have said estoy bien. You could have said estoy regular. You could have said estoy mal. There's a lot of answers you could have had, but any of those would work. You could have said estoy bien, gracias. And your last one was really simple. All you had to, all I was asking you was what's up, and all you had to write was nada. It's the only one that wasn't going to be in a complete sentence. If you're having more questions on this, or you're not sure why you did something, go back. Either rewatch the video, review your notes. I suggest that you take all of your vocabulary and you put it into a section in OneNote labeled vocabulary, so you have it all in one place and you can go back to it right away. You can toggle back and forth between the homework, the classwork, and that. Make sure that you finish this tonight for homework. Make sure that you finish the 2 things that we worked on in class. If you didn't finish those in class, do them tonight. And then finally, bring this tomorrow so I can recheck it for you and all that. And then we will take our second half of the next part of the quiz. We'll take 5 questions from this quiz, and we'll make that our quiz for tomorrow. Have a good night.